Let's go a little closer. Are we good? We got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to talk about today. I want to know if everybody can hear me though. Let me know if you can hear me. First time we're doing live in the office. It's gonna be a little different. Gonna be a little different. But we have there's so much that's happened for the trade deadline. And guess I got my audio gonna be fixed soon, actually. So don't worry about that. We're gonna get everything all fixed up. Let me actually see, make sure you can hear me. Okay. Okay, I think I got it done. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? I think it's gonna be interesting. So we've got the first thing I want to talk about is probably Mike Williams. Mike Williams got traded over to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it could be pretty big for these guys. All right, so I want to kind of break down their roster a little bit. I think a lot of people are high on Justin Fields coming over, and Russell Wilson's kind of taken over. He's kind of completely taken over, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from him so far. So I think just having Russell Wilson now with George Pickens and Mike Williams is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I think you're going to see a lot of fireworks happening into this offense. It can really light it up. I think the offense overall, the defense is there. They've got a solid defense. But I think that in the most cases you're looking at, I mean, the offense is going to be able to put up a lot more points now. There's going to be less double coverage on George Pickens. I think you're going to see a lot of open wide receivers for George Pickens. A lot of down the field type of action for George Pickens, which is only going to be good for his fantasy value. So, guys, again, as we go through a lot of these things, as you guys are coming up with kind of questions to ask about fantasy football, put it down there in the chat. Like I said, this is a pretty informal kind of stream. We're gonna probably try to do these almost every day, I guess. I'm starting to like these vertical lives. It's not too bad. I got a whole new little setup here for all of it, so I think we rock and roll. I think we need to tilt up just a little bit though. Let's see if we can tilt up just a little bit. Let's see if that's okay. I think it's okay. But yeah, I've got my audio being worked out. I actually have this stuff right here to do with the audio, but I didn't charge it before the stream like a dimwit, right? And that's just, it is what it is at this point. But I think if we're looking at the Steelers, I think fantasy value can be had from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think George Pickens is already one of these boom or bust type of guys where he can get down the field. He can make some spectacular catches. Kevin, how you doing, buddy? I appreciate you stopping in and saying hello, man. But yeah, I think overall it's gonna do really well. I think George Pickens alone is gonna make so many good plays, and he can win you a week. I mean, the dude can go absolutely crazy. Can I have one make? Not sure what that means. Not sure what that means, Kevin. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think if you're looking for somebody to target, Mike Williams' value is so low right now that I think overall you're pretty good. A mic. I bought this mic pretty cheap. I bought this a while ago. This little mic. I'm not sure. I don't even remember. I think I bought it off of Amazon, to be honest with you. Bud Falls, how are you doing? Good to see you guys. They're pretty irrelevant, pretty cheap, man. You can find those anywhere. But yeah, overall, like I said, this may be the last time we have this kind of audio, right, in one of these live streams. So we'll have better audio next time. It's gonna be completely fine. Can you have it? Well, no, because I need it for my live streams, Kevin. I need it for my live streams, buddy. But Amazon has plenty, just for you, just for you. But if we look at I think that a lot of opportunities are going to come for Mike Williams. I think that he was injured a little bit. We have to remember what he was able to do with Justin Herbert over there with the Chargers. He actually was putting up quite a bit of decent numbers for fantasy football. He's a big body wide receiver that can go out there and actually get a lot of touchdowns. So you got to love it. You got to love it. Elephant Shoe, how are you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Guys, make sure you guys hit the like button too. Really helps out with these lives. I like it. And if we get too much stuff, if we get too much crazy stuff happening in the chats, I might end up doing like a subscribers only type of thing. That might work a little bit better. That way we can kind of keep it more, I guess, more prevalent to fantasy football and keep the people here that want to be here. And try to block some of the people that may want to come in here and troll a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of keep it focused on what we want to talk about. But no, I like Mike Williams' value, right? Especially if you're a George Pickens owner, you got to still like it. I think there's going to be enough there for Mike Williams to kind of take a little bit of pressure off of George Pickens. So should be fine. Should be really good. Um, I think George Pickens' value is actually going to go up. Obviously, Russell Wilson's value is going to go up. It's going to be pretty nice. Going to be really, really nice. I like to see that. The other thing I want to talk about here is probably the Cowboys getting Jonathan Mingo. I mean, hey, this I think that's the least of their worries is getting another wide receiver. I'm not sure who is running this organization. It's probably all Jerry Jones, but they ain't doing it the correct way. They need to fix that because they definitely don't need to get out there and get another wide receiver. That's just not. It doesn't need to happen. But they end up doing it. So whatever. I mean, I don't know. I guess one man's trash is another man's treasure at this point. So it is what it is. I think we need to keep it. Well, we'll let it go. We'll see. I'll let it go to where it's not these vertical lives. I'll try not to do it to where you have to be a subscriber to talk and chat like I do in my regular live streams. But we'll see how this goes. If it's getting to the point to where it's a little too crazy, people are talking a little bit too reckless, we'll change it up. We'll change it up how it goes. Let's see if we can do this. All right, we'll make it like that. I think that works out pretty good. But yeah, Jonathan Mingo I think is completely irrelevant. It's an irrelevant fantasy option. Somebody you probably don't even need to go target, need to go look for. Don't worry about that whatsoever. Trash wide receiver. I called it when he was drafted. Trash. Now, Khalil Herbert going to the Bengals. I think this is something worthy of talking about. They ended up putting Zach Moss on IR, which I think is huge. Right, Zach Moss going to IR. I think they got Chase Brown there right now. I think Khalil Herbert could be the guy for this team. Chase Brown's not wowing me. A lot of people are saying how much they like Chase Brown. Even earlier in the season, this isn't a running back. It's not Chase Brown's day. It's just not Chase Brown's day. I think Khalil Herbert's going to come in there and take this role. I think he could be pretty phenomenal. I'm interested to see what he can do in this Bengals offense, to be honest with you. I think it'll be pretty good. I think it'll be good. And then Christian McCaffrey's back at practice, right? I'm curious to see what happens. I think he will play, but it'll probably be limited. And we have to see what happened with Jordan Mason. Will Jordan Mason play? It could be more of an Isaiah Garendo type of game, where maybe he gets more of the workload with Christian McCaffrey some, or is Christian McCaffrey healthy enough to where he gets all the workload? We don't know. We have to wait and see. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it'll be interesting. Yeah. Dak Prescott's expected to miss some weeks, though. I think he's going to end up going on IR. I think it's going to be probably about 4 weeks of Dak Prescott being on IR, which means Cooper Rush is going to be the quarterback. Now, the one thing I want to take from that is Cooper Rush is 5-1 as a starting quarterback. He could be good. He could be somebody worthy of pickup and be in fantasy football for you, maybe kind of get you over the hump, especially if you're a Dak Prescott owner. Be looking for Cooper Rush. All right, Cooper Rush can probably get you enough fantasy points, especially if CeeDee Lamb isn't injured, right? CeeDee Lamb needs to come back healthy and strong. They're adding somebody like Jonathan Mingo. I mean, I still like Jalen Tolbert better than Mingo. We'll have to see what happens with his offense. I really don't think Mingo's going to be much of anything. Dak Prescott needs to come back, though. Those owners of CeeDee Lamb's probably a little bit on the nervous side. For sure. For sure. This is interesting, though. So this is our second vertical live that we're doing. So I'm interested in seeing how the turnout works, how many people come in and chit-chat. I kind of like doing it, just kind of hanging out on my lunch break and just talking some football. I think it's really cool, really fun. Really fun. If you guys have any questions or need to talk about anything about football or related, throw it down there in the comment section. I'm sure we can go over it and go through some of these things. But the biggest things I want to talk about today, I think Mike Williams is the one that I'm excited about the most, and then maybe like Khalil Herbert. Those two are super, super exciting for new teams, new opportunities, and both can be probably fantasy relevant for you. Jonathan Mingo, not really worried about that too much. Cooper Rush, again, somebody if you're in need of a quarterback, he's better than what people think. Right, but if Cooper Rush struggles, is this the time where we see Trey Lance open up and be the quarterback that he was drafted to be in the 49ers? So I'm curious to see how that all pans out. I really am. But Christian McCaffrey, I want to see what his workload goes to, how much of a workload he gets. I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, what's everybody been up to? What you you guys doing on lunch today? And is the volume good too? Let me know if the volume sounds good for you guys. If I'm talking too low, talking too high. Let me know. I'm curious. Just curious at what everybody sees. These are I don't have a lot of structure with these yet. Literally, I'm just hitting the live button. What happens happens at this point. You know, I've got 2-hour lunch breaks here, so a lot of these could be rock and rolling. And if I don't have staff here, I'm probably gonna have to take little breaks to answer the phones. But right now I have staff here, so they can answer the phones. So we don't have to take so many breaks. But yeah, we rock and roll. I think it's gonna be a good day today. Andre, what's good, man? Receivers with the best playoff schedules, probably any of the Lions. The Lions have really good playoff schedules for sure. Like if you can grab an Amon-Ra or Jameson Williams, I think that's gonna be phenomenal for playoff schedules. I would have said the Saints. I do like the Saints with Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave, but I would stay away from them now. Lions have a lot of dome games. Is somebody you want to be looking for. But if I had to guess, I would say probably the Lions. That's probably the best one. My receivers right now are Higgins, Jaden Reed, Amon-Ra, and Ridley. Thoughts? Amon-Ra, amazing. Jaden Reed, amazing. Ridley could be good. He's actually doing better now that Will Levis isn't the quarterback. And Higgins, listen, I've been preaching this thing since the beginning of the season. Higgins, he's going to sit out every time he's got a nick. I would try to get rid of T. Higgins if I could, if I was you, man. Your running backs are Hunt, Kyron, and Jacobs. They're good running backs. Hunt's great, but when Isaiah Pacheco comes back, there goes his value. So now is probably the time you may want to try to trade Hunt. Maybe package Kareem Hunt and T. Higgins up to try to get a nice player. Be good. Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs are a great 1-2 punch. Should I flip Hunt and Higgins with a package? Yes. That's funny you said that because that's what I'm just now talking about. Who would you go for? If you go in with like T. Higgins and Hunt, I still think George Pickens is a good person to go after. If you're looking at wide receivers, I mean Terry McLaurin would be nice to kind of scrape up a little bit. If you're looking for a running back, I mean if you can do Terry McLaurin and Brian Robinson Jr. somehow for Higgins and Hunt, that would be great. Like I said, you need to just get as much value as you can out of Hunt because once Pacheco comes back, which could be in a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so, you may have another week or so with Hunt. But Hunt's doing so well now, his value is so high. And because you already have Kyron and Jacobs, it's good to go ahead and get off of Hunt now because you don't necessarily need Hunt right now. So I would probably try to go, do you start 2 receivers or 3? I'd probably still try to get another good wide receiver. So like Terry McLaurin or Pickens would probably be my choices to go try to grab. In my Dynasty League, I traded away T. Higgins and I went and got George Pickens. I just think George Pickens is going to really start turning it up. And especially if Mike Williams is on the field now too and he can stay healthy, that could definitely probably help out George Pickens quite a bit, to be honest with you. Andre, hope you're doing well, man. I appreciate you coming here. Smash the like button for me, man. Appreciate that. We're just doing some, not so formal type of streams on these vertical streams. Just chilling. Chilling talking some football, man. I might try to do a lot of these more often, right? Almost at least every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I could do these Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Do the vertical lives on lunch. That would be really fun. That'd be really fun. I gotta get my microphone charged up so that I have better audio for this. But we'll try that out Friday. We'll try a vertical live with audio Friday and see how that goes. But yeah, that's what I would do. The biggest takeaway that I want you guys to take away though is the Cooper Rush situation. Definitely somebody worth to do that. Trade deadline was yesterday at 5 p.m. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Conscious Machine. 2 receivers, 1 flex, full PPR, and that's why we're here talking about all the trades that happened. That's the whole purpose of this stream, is to talk about what happened for the trade deadline. Redraft, my quarterback is Hurts. Tight ends are Andrews and Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet. What is going on with Cole Kmet right now? Are they not just passing this guy the football anymore? Multiple back-to-back weeks, 0 fantasy points. Caleb Williams needs to get it together. He needs to get it together, or people with Kmet's going to hurt. And you know Andrews is having a down season too, so that's going to hurt in general. I'm glad you know the title of the video is misleading. What's the title? Hold on. NFL trade deadline looms. Who's on the move? Okay, I probably misinterpreted the word looms. What's another good I could have said NFL trade deadline over. Looms, I could see what you're saying. Definitely didn't try to do title. I think I need to change the title. Instead of looms, I need to say over, right? That would be better. Yeah, that's my mistake. That's not something I did on purpose. Hold on, give me a second. I'll change it to over instead of looms. Looms, the vocabulary is probably not the best, buddy. Higgins and Hunt for McLaurin, would you do it? I would try to get another piece besides McLaurin, to be honest with you. I would try to get another lower tier running back on top of that. Do you like Drake London rest of the season? If he can stay healthy. We have to see how big his injury was. Let me change it to over, because I don't want to make anybody upset. I don't like let's see. I don't like making people mad. Let's make it over. All right. Let's do it like that. Let's see. There you go. Players were which teams made? Yeah, let's change it like this. Sorry guys, I'm just changing my stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Do it like that. That should help out. I switched it. I changed it. I changed it. So it's all good. No more looms. No more looms. So do you like Drake? Yeah, my thing for Drake London though, man, is like Darnell Mooney's done really well, man. He's done really, really well. I'm proud of Darnell Mooney. I called Darnell Mooney at the beginning of the season though. I knew he was going to be solid. But yeah, we've been rocking about 20 minutes or so. If you guys got any more questions, let them fly. If not, we're probably going to end this right here. We're doing little small ones right now, and then we'll kind of get longer streams as we go through and we get better at this. I want to make sure the audio is good and everything first, though. So we'll rock that out. But anyway, it's just a quick one today. We'll be back probably Friday, talk about some more things and kind of go from there. But appreciate all you guys for stopping in, smashing that like button for me. Really appreciate it. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. And yeah, well, I guess we'll see how. Let's see. Oh, hold on. We got Andre. His low end RBs are Charbonnet, Spears, and Chuba Hubbard. Well, Chuba Hubbard, he's going to be almost irrelevant soon. Maybe Spears. Spears is somebody you can probably grab that hasn't done very well that can actually give you some flashes. So I'd be okay with McLaurin and Spears for Higgins and Hunt. I would do that all day. I would do that all day long. I think it's pretty solid. At least it gives you somebody out there. You're not expecting big plays from Spears, but if something happens to Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears could be a really good asset. You know, with Chuba Hubbard, you've got the rookie coming back, so his takeaway is probably going to be a little bit less than what it is now. And plus, his value is high right now, so you're not going to get him. And then Zach Charbonnet, we already saw what he could do with Kenneth Walker when he gets injured. Zach Charbonnet doesn't do anything. He's kind of cock-a-doodle himself. So the best one I like out of that is Spears. So I would definitely try to get like McLaurin and Spears for Higgins and Hunt. I think he'll do that move too. But if you're really aiming towards the end of the season and making a good playoff push, I think that's a good move. I think that's a really good move to make. I would do that all day. All day. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll probably end it there, guys. Like I said, I appreciate you guys coming here smashing the like button for me. Appreciate that. Like I said, we'll probably be back doing another one of these vertical lives on Friday. We're just trying this thing out and seeing if it's going to be good for the channel or not. Seeing if we can meet some more people. So, other than that, man, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. We'll see you guys Friday for some more fantasy football content. We got another video coming out in a couple hours, right? We got our top 10 running backs. So make sure you head over to the channel and check out our videos. So, we'll see you guys on the next live. We'll catch you guys.